gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
The Spokane police said today there are no updates after a 19-year-old woman was killed in what they called a drive-by shooting. The victim was officially identified today by Spokane's medical examiner as 19-year-old Maria Kapustin. Right now, there are no known suspects. The shooting happened at around 1:30 Sunday morning, just north of Emerson Park.
Woo! So here we have this white woman who is very attractive, who was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting, okay? And this young lady, she didn't deserve what happened to her. But in Spokane, Washington, another democratically run city, things have been heating up, okay? The violence has increased, and it looks like they aren't really planning on getting a hold of it. They have a leftist DA, leftist judge, leftist prosecutors in place. The good old Soros-funded handbook to destroy and deteriorate a city and or state. And we're starting to see these crimes happen more and more often now. We don't have any information on the suspects, but I mean, who's doing drive-bys in the United States, right? I mean, who are the king of drive-bys? So, I mean, it's this one is tough because you have a young lady who is innocent, who was caught in this drive-by, and I don't know if it was necessarily targeted or if she was in the wrong place, wrong time, but it doesn't matter because this type of activity, these types of activities rather, are inexcusable. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Officers arrived on scene and said they found the teen shot. They tried life-saving measures, but she died at the scene. Detectives are in their initial stages of investigating this incident and don't have much right now, including a description of any potential suspects or what kind of car they may have been driving. If you have any information that might help them, though, or maybe have video at the time of the shooting, please call Spokane Crime Check there at 509-456-2233.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Related activity, and they say it's just something that freaks them out. And I'm Adam Schwager. Welcome to your nonstop local update. I'm out here on West Cortland Avenue, just north of Emerson Park in North Spokane, where a young 19-year-old woman was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting in the early hours on Sunday morning. Now, according to the Spokane Police Department, that's much of what they know. They responded out here to this shooting at around 1:30, where the victim eventually died due to her gunshot injuries. And when I came out here a little before 11 a.m., police told me they still couldn't even identify the suspect's car. They were going through surveillance footage and trying to talk to neighbors to see if anyone knew or heard of something. And major crimes unit detectives have been in and out of here all afternoon. They're instructing anyone who might know anything to call Crime Check at 509-456-2233. Now, when I came back here a little bit after noon, I ran into some family members and friends of the victim, the sister of the victim telling me this was 19-year-old Maria Kapustin who tragically died in this drive-by shooting today. I also talked to some of the neighbors out here. They said they heard 5 to 6 to 7 gunshots in succession. One neighbor telling me they thought it was still leftover fireworks from the 4th of July, but it turned out that it was gunshots, and they found that out. They said when they went up at around 2 in the morning and saw all those sirens out here responding to this scene. It's just a very tragic situation here, and neighbors also told me this area is a hotbed for both drugs and for gang-related activity. And
well, there you have it. Drugs and gang-related activities. Now, I'm not saying that is solely coming out of the community in general, but it's sounding more and more like, you know, the real street ninjas in this community slid on her for reasons that we don't know. Maybe it was just for fun. Maybe it was gang initiation. We don't know. But I mean, this is extremely horrid, disgusting, unacceptable. But this is something that the community refuses to call out. And I'm going to be doing a follow-up on this story because I think my assertion and my assumption of the suspects, at least one aspect of the suspect's identity, I believe that I'm right on target because I do these stories over and over again. And let's just keep it a buck. There's not many other people doing drive-bys in 2024 unless they are super gremlins on demon time.
And they say it's just something that freaks them out and is not a desirable outcome for anyone involved here. One neighbor telling me it was a matter of time something like this happened here in North Spokane. And Adam Schwager, Nonstop Local.
Spokane police say a young woman was shot and killed just after 1:30 this morning. SPD was called to West Cortland Avenue in north central Spokane for a possible drive-by shooting. Officers say when they arrived, they found a teenage woman with gunshot wounds. She died at the scene. Police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Check. Our Hunter Bertram was on scene today and spoke with the boyfriend of that young woman.
Long lived the love of my life. Gone but never forgotten. It's forever Mary's Road. I love you, girl.
An emotional Sunday afternoon following a deadly overnight shooting in north central Spokane. The young woman's boyfriend, Ralph, on your screen, identified the victim as Maria Kapustin. Friends gathered at the site of her death, taking a moment of silence from Maria.
Woo! So, I don't know. Maybe it was something that had to do with this friend group. Maybe an underlying beef. We know that there are a lot of young people participating in the op culture, the crash out culture. Maybe it was retaliation. We don't know. Like I said, it could have been random. But, man, I mean, this type of stuff where you have a innocent young woman being killed, it continues to happen. And there's no real national outcry about this type of stuff. I mean, the end of the year murder stats are going to be outrageous. It feels like we're outpacing 2022. I know 2023 was lower than 2022, but it feels like we're getting right back to 2022 levels of violence, of crime, and murder specifically. And this is not good. This is something that we're going to have to be dealing with because, like I said, I think this is a 20-year issue.
Maria paying their respects. Friends and family set up a memorial Sunday afternoon. They brought a picture of Maria along with flowers, balloons, and a handwritten note. Officers combing the scene Sunday afternoon, searching for any evidence that might point investigators in the direction of a possible suspect. While I was on scene, SPD placed a crime scene marker next to a bracelet with a charm that spelled love, soon collecting it as evidence in their investigation. SPD says no suspect or motive has been identified as of Sunday evening. If anyone has any information, you're asked to call Crime Check at 509-456-2233. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.